I guess we are live. I'm not sure if we are. But why don't I see the chat?
We'll get the notification. The notification squad gets it.
Yeah.
Are we live? I guess we are live. I'm just checking it up. Yep, we are live. Alright, so welcome back everybody to Byte Banter. This
Ah,
is week 5. Uh, actually, this is the sixth
Yeah.
episode, but it's the fifth episode because we started from 0. So today we'll mainly be talking about what is that, Hima? How do you like the new thumbnail, by the way? That's the banner that we have for the channel. So if I don't upload a thumbnail,
ooh,
it just picks up the
sick.
channel banner for the thumbnail.
That's nice.
All right.
Like it.
So what I was saying was, so today we will try to keep it short because Darshil has got an interview tomorrow. Good luck with that. Uh,
Thank you.
the first topic that we'll be discussing is coding assistants and how in today's day and age there are so many assistants and tools that a coder has in his arsenal that can help him code and get through a lot of stuff which might not have been possible in the past. Next, we'll be talking about the age-old debate between which browsers are better. I guess we'll keep out Edge and Internet Explorer from the list, but we can compare the other leading browsers such as Chrome and Safari. Also, maybe we can talk about some of the new upcoming ones such as Opera JX and stuff. And finally, as usual, we'll have a coding round. This time, the question has been brought by Master Hema. All right. So, with that, let's get straight into the topic for today.
Question will be easy because you guys said you have to go
we
early.
we still have 1 hour for the question though, so we can take time for it.
Yes. No, it's not that easy. I mean, it is easy if you think properly.
Thank you, Hima. Thank you.
All right. So I shifted to the screen to coding assistants, and the image that AI generated for this is really funny. Instead of making like an AI assistant, it made a younger brother with a very weird looking keyboard. I don't know why.
I see it. Damn.
So, what do you guys think about
Just,
assistants that we have these days?
hmm. I, I feel like, yeah, the statements I say are going to come back and bite me in the ass, but I feel like I've not properly coded. Like the way we used to do in our first year of university compared to what we are doing right now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm just
In my
putting in
class.
like maybe 10% effort.
Wait, how many glasses
It's
does
like,
Hema have? I see him wearing a different set of glasses every day.
No, this is only one I have. I have another one. I lost it.
All right.
Okay.
Yadasha, you were saying
yep.
you haven't coded as
All
much as
right.
you coded in your first year?
Yeah. It feels like I'm just putting in like 5 to 10% of effort that I used to do previously.
Mm-hmm.
First, whenever I used to run into bugs, I would be asking my peers, I would be asking the professors or the TAs. And worst case scenario, I would go to documentation and or just go to Stack Overflow, GitHub repos and try looking for something that is similar. But now it's just like I have a problem. I take that problem, I just paste it, and I get the solution.
As a
Like
teaching
literal code that's running.
uh
Yeah.
as a teaching assistant myself, and also Hema can add on to this, I feel like as you said, it has changed a lot. A lot of first year students these days, they do not do most of the labs themselves. They need to simply put the whole question into chat GPT, and they get the answers. I've seen a lot of kids do that in the class in front of me.
Yeah.
a,
Damn.
a kid came up to me and asked, can I use it in the exams? I'm like, no, of course not.
No.
But
But you said
that's
some you used in
yeah.
the exam, right?
Someone
The
trying to, yeah, but then Ajahn asked them not to, and I guess they stopped after that. So,
Did
uh,
they?
the thing is, let's think about how coding assistants work, right? The thing is, for anybody to help you improve your code, it's a really hands-on process. Nobody can just give you 5 minutes and just
Totally.
do that. They need to understand the whole code, read through everything you've been doing, understand your naming pattern, how you name variables, how you connect stuff, and that takes up time. That is why previously it used to be hard to get help with coding, and what people used to do was initially, I guess, people used to read books. I still remember seeing people taking computer science with these thick books, but by the time we came into computer science, we didn't have to do that. Could just look into Stack Overflow and other online platforms, and now it's even simpler. You just put the whole prompt into ChatGPT or one of the other AIs, and you get the whole solution. Let alone
Yeah.
ChatGPT, right? You can also just connect it to Copilot, and it helps you code while you're typing it.
It, the tech, it's like I don't think it's going to stop until
Mm-hmm.
it's just one man business that's going on. It's like the dude's like, hey, I want XYZ and I got XYZ.
Yep.
Just like, I have a question. Make sure you state your requirements clearly
Mm-hmm.
and you'll get the results.
I saw
And
somewhere somebody talk about something what you was saying right now. This is basically abstraction, right? Previously, people had to code in the binaries, where ones and zeros, and then we were able to abstract the whole thing using IDs and programming languages. And now there's a
mhm.
second level abstraction coming in, which will help us remove all of this too. You can just type in English, and the final product will be in front of you.
Yeah.
Actually, when you think about it, programming is just basic English,
Yeah.
broken English. Just especially stuff like Python.
Mm-hmm.
It's like while this,
Yep.
do that, else
Oh,
XYZ, and with like yeah, just speak English, bro.
yeah. Actually, the Copilot, right? I think
Mm-hmm.
it's really useful when we like code. It saves you a lot of time, right? Sometimes I'm about to search the syntax and it comes automatically, so it saves all that time.
But I think it's
Actually,
bad for us too, right? It makes us too dependent on
It
it,
is
and
it is
you won't get
bad in
used
a
to the
way, but
syntax if you just use Copilot every time.
yeah, that is
yeah,
true.
that is
That is
true.
true. But like, it saves a lot of time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah,
No,
if
but
you're yeah, yeah, go ahead, Thursday.
sorry, no, complete your sentence.
No, I mean, yeah, if you're like a learner, I think you should disable Copilot and try to do on your own. But if you are in a rush or you want to build something fast, I think you should use Copilot because it's really useful and it makes the work easier.
I actually agree with Tima on this. When you're starting out in anything, you need to make sure you're going completely analog and
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
learning it, understanding it, making sure that you can
Yeah,
do it when all the tech's out and it's just a IDE, like plain IDE. The Python
Mhm.
side, I've not used that in a long time. It's like, yeah,
Remember, we
just
used idle for Python in our labs. It wasn't even
yeah,
very
yeah,
strong.
exactly.
I dropped my
Yeah,
ink.
but here's the thing, right? Companies
I've seen
they
Kima struggle.
oh, I went to his place for studying, right? And I remember watching him drop coffee 2 times in a row.
Oh yeah. Oh, shit.
And then he was
Oh,
telling me how before I came he dropped the coffee as well. So three.
oh yeah. I think I dropped like more than 5 times. Oh, okay.
I was
Holy
going to say I
shit.
don't drop stuff usually, but I don't want to jinx it.
Um, right. Companies are actually looking for people who are open to using these assistants
Mm-hmm.
because at this point they just want the quality of work
Mm-hmm.
and the production ready work that is available with these tech.
Mm-hmm.
I literally
Yeah.
saw some of the job descriptions saying you must be comfortable with ChatGPT.
Mm-hmm.
And you use ChatGPT as well, right,
Yep.
Pandit?
At my
As
previous
yeah.
company, when I was interning, they clearly told me if something can be done using ChatGPT, do not spend the time trying to do it without it, because there's no point wasting the time. The few extra cents that it costs the company is not worth the time that I will be spending, because technically the company is paying more for my time than it's paying for ChatGPT. So they don't mind me using it to get something faster that ends up saving my time and ends up
Yeah.
me contributing more time to something else which can't be done with ChatGPT. It made sense too.
Mhm.
Yeah, it
That
does, it
makes
does.
sense.
Schools should do this. No, no, just kidding.
No, we're gonna get cancelled.
Reinventing studies. Last started forever.
Who would have believed that
Oh man.
since 2019 education would change so much? First it was pandemic, then it was online classes, then it was hybrid classes, and then ChatGPT came in. It's almost like for the last 3 4 years, nothing has been stable. Something or the else comes up every year to change what's standard. I'm sure
Yeah,
most universities and classes around the world are still not upgraded to, mm, how should I say it, to incorporate
Smart
to
classroom
the
setup.
fact that ChatGPT exists and people are using it.
Oh yes.
Because the grading
Yeah.
system is
I,
no longer fair, I guess, for somebody who uses it compared to somebody who doesn't use it. And I feel like,
I told
uh,
you, right?
okay, this is a hot take.
Mhm.
I feel like it's really hard to stop people from using it. So instead of that, what
Mhm.
schools and universities should do it, they should make everybody use it. Tell everybody use it and
Yeah.
teach them how to use it, and then grade them on that basis. Because even using ChatGPT and other LLMs, it's a skill. You can't just ask
It is
anything
a
and
skill.
expect it to work.
Yeah, you cannot just ask bullshit and it won't give you
Mm-hmm.
good answer. You need to
You know
it's
what?
prompt engineering, right?
Mm-hmm. Prompt
You
engineering.
Yeah,
need to engineer the prompt.
we we should start a trend of putting that in our resume, saying I know how to prompt this chat GPT.
It is a good
This is the
it's a
thing.
good title. I remember at my last company,
Yes, that-
at every meeting we had, people would be like, "Okay, prompt engineering is important. Uh, prompt engineering helps us get the desired results from tools that already exist." It's an actual position now. I think there are jobs which are coming out with those positions.
you know, your professors usually tell you like if anything's unclear, ask questions and it will clear up for you. But the
Mm-hmm.
thing is, you need to ask questions and
Mm-hmm.
you need to learn how to ask questions
Yep.
and how to structure your questions in order to get the info that you're looking for. So I think it's the important step, and it is supposed to be taught much better, especially in universities.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and these assistive techs that are coming up, I feel like it could be a huge use for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah. But here's the thing. Here's the funny thing, right? People don't understand what they're looking for. If you don't have clear understanding,
Yep.
you're gonna get all the worst results you can possibly look for. Like the
Mm-hmm.
guy sitting next to me I told you about.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine. It's funny. It's just funny. He
Uh,
was writing essay for maths. I'm like, why? Come on, dude.
this would be like
Oh,
comparing nuclear missiles to guns and stuff. But all the virtual assistants that people had earlier, those were also kind of AI, right? But
they were.
how much people utilize it depended on how they used it. Some people use it just for alarms and stuff. Some people use it for
Yeah.
scheduling meetings and everything. It's the same with this stuff too right now, right? It's just that it can do more stuff now, so you need to be more careful with what you ask of it.
Mhm.
I bet you Hima will call Hey Siri in this podcast itself.
No. Siri compared to you cannot compare Siri with ChatGPT and all that.
It's like a
Siri, I don't know.
generation old, right?
Actually,
Siri has been there for a
actually,
while.
Yeah,
if you think about it, Apple also have enough data to, make Siri better, right?
Easily.
Yeah. Then
they're collecting
why
that.
aren't they doing it?
I'm
Just
sure they must be perfecting it and waiting for all the other companies to do it first so
but
that they
yeah,
can come in
Google
at
too,
the
right?
end.
Yeah, maybe that's their strategy, right?
Eh,
That's their
Good
like
strategy.
marketing
Google has
strategy.
Bardot, and I think it's improving every few days.
No, but Bard and Google Assistant is two different thing, right?
I'm sure they
Bard
will
Kinda,
is
incorporate
a
yeah.
it into
different thing
Google
and
Assistant eventually.
I'm pretty sure about that as well.
The thing is, Google
the thing
Assistant
No,
is
no,
is
no,
free
no,
right now, right?
no,
But
no,
the
no,
with
thing is
they
Bard,
won't.
they can
no
charge for
Oh,
it.
here's the thing. Here's the thing.
resources.
That Google Assistant that I get on Pixel is different than Google Pixel I get on other Android devices. Did you know that?
I did not know that. What's the difference?
The difference is how it's processing stuff. The 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 way you use it, even though it's stock Android, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even though it's stock Android, when you call Hey Google, and the way this one responds compared to that one, it's like day and night difference. Even though it's the latest software, up to date, this is still going to be working. I don't know, a tad bit much
Yes,
better than that
Mm-hmm.
one.
Are you
Google
sure?
is racist.
Are you sure it's
They
the
don't
Google
give
Assistant or is it
better.
just the phone's processor?
I don't think it's the processor either. I've tried on my other friends' mobiles.
Mm-hmm.
They've got the latest generation of Samsungs, the Ultra ones,
Mm-hmm.
and still, uh, I think it's the software itself. I don't think it's based on what their processor is, or because the latest Samsungs are using what Snapdragon 8 Gen 2. Is it 2 right now, or is it
I
1?
haven't been in
No,
touch with Samsung lately.
Snapdragon 1000 something plus. Those days it was
Dude,
Snapdragon like 800 something. Now they
Yeah.
have 1000 plus.
yeah, there used to be a time I used to keep up to date with latest devices that used to come in the market and know all the spec sheet. And now I'm like, well, what care?
Yeah, we old for that now.
Every year is the same thing. Yeah,
We getting
yeah.
old.
I dropped it.
First Hema dropped, now next it's gonna be me.
Why is everyone dropping stuff today?
I'll drop it soon. Or
Yeah.
maybe I'll drop some truth bombs.
After dropping it, smell
Oh,
weird.
damn.
Back to coding
Uh,
assistance.
yeah, assistants. There are a lot of options. Majority of the options are free to use. There's no problem with that. Uh, and
Mhm.
even if you want to pay for it, like ChatGPT's the GPT-4,
Mm-hmm.
is it worth paying, or is it just like you can be happy with the 10 other modules that you have
It
by your
is,
side?
it is quite better. Actually, the difference is noticeable.
I see, I see. But for a general person, like
For a general person, GPT 3.5 is more than enough.
yeah,
Mhm.
The thing with GPT
it's
4 is, it's really good at debugging stuff. Even if it makes a mistake and you just tell it made a mistake, it'll make sure it fixes it. GPT 3.5, if you tell it a bug, sometimes it just gives another solution which also has a bug. GPT 4, by the time you do it 2 3 times, it's completely solved. That's how
and
they came up with Auto GPT, right? Which is just
oh
GPT
yeah,
calling itself until it's done with the final product.
there's this issue with GPT. At one point, it will give out the same result. Like it'll keep on giving out the same result.
Mm-hmm,
That's happened with me. So like last week itself, when I was having a bug, I put that bug in. It's going to remove one line and tell me try this code, and then I'm like, no, it's still buggy, and then it's gonna give me the previous code again.
mm-hmm.
Be like, run this. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. You need to be smart enough that you know the programming language. You know that there is a bug instead
Yep.
of just blindly taking it, placing it, and running it and breaking it.
Yeah, but I guess
Yeah.
that's where people are coming at it. Eventually, you don't have to even know how to code. You can just
Yeah, that's
ask
true.
it to do something, and it can even run and test it everything and do everything for you. And if everything is working, only then it returns it to you.
You, you know what? No, we need to be ahead of this. I don't want to come back after 10 years with the YouTube video title called Where Jobs.
I
Thing
saw
is automated and they don't need us anymore.
I saw somewhere that senior developers won't suffer from this because every company needs some senior developers to take over the entire project and assign projects to GPT and stuff. The junior developers are the one
Yeah.
who will suffer. Earlier
I think
junior
senior
developers,
developers are like safe.
yeah,
Senior developers are now safe.
earlier junior developers would be making like a website front end quickly and they take 1 week for it.
Yeah.
Now a senior developer can just ask GPT to make it for him in 1 day.
Yeah.
Um, we can say it's a good assistive technology for now,
Mm-hmm.
but it can go ahead and take over. I'm not going to lie. But the analysis part with these assistive tech out there, it's not that powerful yet. I mean, if you were doing something with data analytics, like
Mm-hmm.
it would not be able to understand the tables, the graphs that you're trying to feed in. It's like you have to be manual with that.
Mm-hmm.
And oh yeah, we're trying to fix it, right? We're trying to fix that shit. Okay, yeah.
The thing
Hema,
is,
are you frozen or is it just me? Is
I
Hema
think he's
frozen?
frozen. Yes.
Hema, you're frozen? It's gangster. Oh, Tandon, you're frozen.
I wasn't frozen. I was just pretending.
Yeah.
It hurt my eye. The light was too bright, and I had to keep my eyes open.
Ah, no, you got me. I genuinely was trying to look for my internet at this point. I'm like,
Sorry, my internet.
Actually, going on tangent on assistance, AI has not just been assisting coding, right? Like this is a very specific niche that we like talking about, but uh, coding can indirectly result in doing everything, right? And that's how people are just using AI in every field now. We saw how it was assisting people in art before, and then we saw how it's assisting people with 3D animation, character design. Music is coming up
design.
soon.
Yeah, and Photoshop. You've seen that
Yeah,
thing with Photoshop, right?
yep,
Like, just
yeah. Photoshop is
it's
implementing it inside
easy.
their interface.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I would pay for that subscription, like we talked about last week. I would
Mm-hmm.
pay for that,
Yeah.
The
No,
thing
yeah,
is,
that is
unless.
really useful.
mm,
Photoshop one.
before when artists were feeling bad that an AI can paint stuff, so it devalues them, that wasn't true, right? Because people would still value art. But I feel like for
No, no. Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Go ahead.
I feel like for people who trained themselves and got skilled in Photoshop and coding and stuff, AI really does devalue them because if AI can do it for cheaper than them, people will choose that over them. For art, it's a different thing because people kind of like human-made stuff. I don't know. It's like buying a bag,
Mm.
right? You can get a bag made in a factory for a lot cheaper, but people would pay for something if it's hand stitched or hand woven or something.
Mhm.
Uh,
Yeah.
I'd like to take a step back, like let's say 20 years ago.
All right.
No, yeah, even before Photoshop. It's like when everything used to be analog,
Mm-hmm.
and that was replaced by digital art forms. Instead of pen and paper, now people had all the tools in their that stylus
Mm-hmm.
that they could
Yeah.
use. And now that stylus has just developed into keyboard at this point. You can think, you can just type
Mm-hmm.
instead of
Yeah.
putting in those curves. It's
You can
like,
just like you can convert your thoughts into like images, right?
Mm-hmm.
Digital images.
ooh, okay, this is off topic, but at this point, scientists can, so whatever you dream, scientists can visualize that outside you.
I've seen that.
You've seen that, right?
I've
Like,
heard
uh,
about it, but not I haven't seen it.
so they hooked the guy up with the wire sensors and everything. The guy was thinking about a couple holding hands and walking down the road, right? And then the AI generated that specific image.
Mm-hmm.
So it's crazy. It's like,
What I saw was not a one-on-one exact depiction, but it was very
yeah,
close.
not
If the
one
person
on
sees
one,
a cat,
very
it
close.
sees a very close cat here.
Hema, what do you see?
I see two guys with glasses. So I put on
Currently,
the glasses.
Hima is my AI. I think of an idea, I sketch it out on my whiteboard, and then Hima makes it into reality.
That's a skill. That's a skill people look for.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
how far are we from somebody making a image to prompt model, which converts your images into prompts and then feeds those prompts to a model? like GPT and then gets the code out of it. So you just draw something and then you get the final code out of it.
I tell you what, just give it a week or two. Someone must have come up with that. And Kevin would come to us and he would be like, "Dude, look at this." He's the guy who's keeping track on each and every AI updates that's coming out
Mhm.
there. It's like, think of an idea, it's already out there, made
You
open
said the
source.
name again.
It's fine.
At this point, Mr. K is fine. We have
Yeah,
accepted commonly that everybody on the channel knows who Mr. K is.
It's
I
Kevin, by
think
the way.
if we go viral, like everyone will know the
In
name.
case someone was still confused,
Mr.
Yeah.
K.
Mr.
eh,
K is
eh,
Kevin.
Kevin Hart is our
Yeah,
friend. I'm so sad to tell you
yeah,
guys this.
I-
He told us
Kevin
not to tell
Hart.
this to anybody, but we had to.
Mhm.
What do you think about AI doing comedy?
It's really bad with it. It's really bad with it. I've tried using these Bard and ChatGPT
Uh-huh.
systems, and all they're doing is just accessing their past data, which is written by dudes itself
Mm-hmm,
who
mm-hmm.
have posted it on internet. That's it. That's the lamest jokes out there
I feel
are in your
like
hands.
why that's happening is nobody has trained a model on how to make jokes. They've just fed it some joke examples and then it's just trying to replicate those examples, right? But the thing about a joke is it's funny when it's unpredictable. But what an AI
Yeah,
does is it predicts something. It tries to look for a pattern, and a joke is supposed to not have a pattern. That is why it's not able to do that. If you teach an AI the rules for comedy, like these set of trees, flip, and all that stuff, I feel like an AI might be able to come up with good jokes.
but the ethics kicks in, right? You do not want your AI to be unpredictable. That's the big issue people will
Mm-hmm.
be facing. Even with the security right now, Kevin was talking about that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Person got the operator got his own drone coming in on him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sick.
Yeah,
I
the
mean,
thing is, what do you do when an AI starts to learn how to lie, right?
yeah. I mean, even if it's starting out as a joke. Oh
Mm-hmm.
shit, I sound like my mom. It all starts out as a joke and then it turns into habit and look at you, bad person. Shame on you.
Yeah, what if AI become like human someday? Like
Terminator?
part of
That is what
no, not
people are
Terminator.
trying to
If
do,
they
right?
like no, I mean if they like start catching feelings and stuff, start
Oh,
getting
Oh,
mad
it
and
boy.
reminds me of Chitty
like
Robot again. Have you watched this movie called Robot Hema? It's an Indian movie.
no,
It's a South Indian movie,
no.
let me be specific.
Oh, South Indian movies are nice.
Good save. Yeah.
Good physics, right, Nima?
Look what AI did to Darshik.
Oh,
Damn.
looking
No,
good.
but
Yeah,
it
looking good.
removed Darshik's from here.
Now,
Yeah.
by next week, I think we might be able to show a demo on stream live too for impressions.
Yeah,
Ooh,
yeah,
yeah, you
It
should.
should be set up by next week. I think it's already set up this
yeah.
week, but let's do it next week because I need to set up the screens and stuff for it.
And the week after next week, maybe we can like talk about the Mindspace too.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a bit about. Wait, is it Mindspace? It's not
Mindspace is
confirmed,
like the
right?
placeholder
Placeholder
name
name.
right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
For anyone out there, if you have a good idea, before you start working on it, look for a domain name for it. All the good domain names are
Yeah,
taken.
yeah.
It's a good business. What I should do is invest in all the non-taken domain names
Don't be a scalper.
and just ask people.
Don't do what people did to PlayStation
Darshil.top.
5s.
Darshil.top or Darshil.com was 82,000 shit. Too expensive.
But the thing is,
Yeah,
for PlayStation 5 scalpers, they suffered at the end, right? Because now PlayStation prices are coming down and they're selling it for cheaper than what they bought for it initially. But that's not the case for domain names. Domain names, they can sell it anytime for a higher price than what they paid for.
Yep.
Same with cryptocurrency. God,
No,
that
after
that was a rise and the fall.
after the red lines that I've seen in some of my friends' wallets, I'm not investing in
Wallets.
crypto again.
Yeah. I tried being greedy. It did not work out. No.
Oh, what do you think about AI doing crypto? I feel like
Oh
there
yeah,
are
I've
there
seen
are
some
some
stuff.
samples of it, yeah. It's not a
Yeah,
very
yeah, yeah.
large scale. At the end, there's a large human input on it, but AI suggests some cryptos that you should invest in. I've seen that.
Okay, so just go back, take a step. When you're training a model, you need to have specific set of rules and regulations for the model, right? That you're supposed to do X, Y, Z. But that data comes from the expert system. Like,
Mm-hmm.
just go to the best trader out there, ask the AI to mimic his calls, his
Mm-hmm.
methods, and what he looks for, what he's not looking for. Analyze that, generate a report. If it works out, then you can apply it to your model and just deploy it, right?
The problem is the
But
Yep.
variables, right? There's so much
yeah, the
variables for something
variables,
like crypto.
exactly.
So,
I feel like you have to extend it a lot
mm-hmm.
when you're thinking about applying
If you
AI to
tell
like
an AI to
people.
follow somebody good at crypto trading, right? What the person is doing is the output, right? For that output, you need to take a look at all the inputs that they have, like what the
Yeah,
rate was, rise or fall in that thing, rise or fall in other cryptos, which usually rise with it. Maybe the market situation.
market situation. On top of that, the Twitter, like how the community can just make the price go up.
Twitter,
Elon Musk, the
Reddit, Elon
Dogecoin.
Musk. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
Just,
And not just that, newspaper. If the bank
mm,
is going bankrupt, it's going to affect the whole market. So it's like
just one
you,
one touch, one click from Elon Musk, and
true,
it's
right?
enough.
Actually, Elon Musk holds a lot of power right now. He can make a
Hmm.
crypto go up overnight. He just needs to say it one
Yeah.
tweet. This is gonna go up today, and it will.
unethical life hacks. Just
You know another person. Oh, let me ask this to you first. Who do you think is another person who has that much influence over a really large audience?
gee,
No,
Oh, Tabji.
I don't think a
gee.
lot of people will trust what he says though. Like somebody people would trust.
Yeah. Some somebody people would trust on internet, right?
Mm-hmm.
Us trust us.
Give us
Us.
all your money.
Yeah. No pressure. Uh, okay. On serious note, I think who was something someone influential.
I don't know what's wrong with my internet today.
Is it Bill
Both
Gates?
of my connections are like
Bill
going
Gates
crazy.
too. People see him as a businessman, right? People wouldn't think that he's doing it for their good. Elon Musk is a businessman too, but when Elon Musk does something, people just think he's crazy. He can't do it.
Okay. Okay.
I'll just say what I think. I feel like Mr. Beast. Like, he's somebody who has a lot of
Oh
influence
shit.
over a lot of
Okay.
people. If he says like everybody buy this coin, I'll give 10 random people $1 million. People will do it.
And he'll get 10 million on top of
Yeah, he will somehow or the other.
the 10 million he do. Yeah.
Mhm.
I recently saw this was it a video? It wasn't a video from Mr. Beast, but it was one other person who was talking to Mr. Beast or something. And then he talked about how he trained an assistant who used to hang out with him every day for 1 year. And now he's delegated most of his tasks to the assistant. So the assistant can think just like Mr. Beast. He makes most of the calls for him and does it, and he focuses on the more important stuff. So Mr. Beast technically trained a model in real life.
Mhm.
I mean, that's nice, right? I mean, if your business is working fine, you don't have to change anything in that,
Hmm.
except for the variables that change themselves.
Hmm.
Chris, I'm looking at you, bro. That's a big controversy, right?
Yeah. But I think how they handled it was nice.
They were not. Yeah,
If
I
it
don't
was
think so.
another channel, I could see people getting cancelled and everything, but the way these guys handled it was really nice.
The way you think about it. the AI is the only thing consistent in these businesses. People are variables at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
AI is const. People are.
All right. With this piece of knowledge, let's go to our next topic, which was we're talking about browsers.
Safari versus Chrome.
Yep. Wait, let me open up the that. You guys can start talking about it.
Yeah.
Hima, you are
So
the Safari guy, right?
no, I'm on Chrome side this time because I have used
Hey,
I
hey,
still use
stop,
Chrome
bro.
more than Safari. I
Siri
mean,
is listening to you.
using Mac doesn't mean that you use Safari. Like sometimes
uh,
Safari is annoying, so I use Chrome more than Safari.
what?
Especially for development, like when you test stuff. I think Chrome is the best for development
But
because
I
Chrome
think
has
a
more
lot of
development tools.
there's a myth. I don't know if it's true or if it's not, but
it's
people
not.
say on Mac devices, Safari is a better search engine because
Maybe it's a better
it takes
search
less
engine.
load on your RAM and stuff.
But I think for me, like for me, someone who manage many accounts, like especially Google accounts, and also do the development and testing, I think Chrome is better
I agree.
because
This is the only good thing that keeps me on Chrome, which is Google
yeah,
profiles. The profile thing really helps. I
yeah,
can have
profiles,
three different
profile thing,
profiles for
yeah,
three different work that I do,
yeah,
and it
that is
keeps
the
helps
main,
keep everything clean.
yep, yeah, yeah. Mhm.
I think this is out of scope of the talk as well, but there's something called Firefox Developer Edition. Do you know about that?
No.
So
Mm,
it's basically Firefox with all the development tools that you find on the Chrome's inspect element, right?
Actually,
You get
uh,
that.
Edge, Microsoft Edge also have everything that Chrome has. Or the only good thing in Chrome is like that profile thing.
Did you know you
And
can import everything into Edge?
but in Edge too, you can do that, the
Yeah,
profile thing.
yeah. You can even import
I
from
didn't know
Google
that.
to Edge if you want to. They set it up so that people don't see it as a barrier to shift, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I use Edge though. It's not like I don't use Edge. I use Chrome and Edge.
I
I
don't use Edge.
what I do
Oh, I
is
don't have it.
I I use Edge for my university related stuff, and I use Chrome for my
Yeah.
personal projects and personal stuff.
Yep.
I use Edge to download Chrome. That's it.
People used to use Internet Explorer to download Chrome.
I use Safari to download Chrome, and now
Wow.
That's
I
the
did not
biggest
use
compliment
Safari.
Chrome can ever get.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because he was using MacBook and he does not have
But
Edge.
Chrome
So
has its
No, you can
disadvantages, right?
install Edge. You can install Edge in MacBook too, right?
No, but by default, that still means.
Oh, by
yeah,
default.
but I do.
No, but I was
You
saying,
I
you
mean,
know like
Chrome is not here by default. Chrome is not even here in Windows by default,
yeah, yeah.
right? You have to install it.
Mm-hmm.
Only in
we
Chromebook. uh, Chromebook is only Chrome, right? Is it like something like Chrome browser, right?
I think Chromebook should come with Chrome, right? It would
It's
be weird for
Linux, right?
Chromebook to not come with a Chrome browser.
Yeah. I think is it Linux? Is it Linux
wait,
operating
wait.
system?
I'm
No,
not
no.
sure.
Chromebook is running Android itself. There is a separate
So
dedicated
Linux,
OS. I think. Let me look up.
Android is Linux.
OS.
Oh, this brings up a good question that everyone asked. What browser do you have on your phone, Darshan?
Chrome.
Chrome, of course. Chrome.
Chrome, right? Yeah, Android used to have this weird thing called internet. It was so bad.
Android?
Oh yeah.
I mean,
No, that is Samsung.
my Samsung phone, sorry,
That's
not Android.
Samsung.
Yeah, yeah.
That is Samsung, not Android.
There,
Google
there was
have
I
Google
remember
have
that. The
Chrome.
purple color shit.
Yeah. But like I don't know. In I think iPhones like Safari is really good for iPhone.
It's convenient for some
Mhm.
Yeah.
reason. I don't know.
It is convenient. It is convenient. You
No,
can even airdrop.
Huawei. Uh, Huawei came with the Opera in their phone as the default.
We cannot trust Huawei.
That's what I.
They steal data.
They're, the
Yeah,
government is
Darshil,
canceling everyone. Yeah.
why you keeping that Huawei phone around? We might get some, some problems later.
Yeah.
What? Please tell me there was a bed there.
Gone.
You actually threw it?
Yeah,
It's gone.
he threw it. You didn't see it?
We are not getting sponsorship from Huawei. Huawei
Nah.
already.
It wasn't a Huawei
Sundar
phone.
Pichai sponsor us.
It was an H A Hawaii. It was Hawaii phone. It wasn't a Huawei phone.
Oh, I remember the day Darshil bought that phone. Remember we
Mm-hmm.
went Bangkok and we did that
Yeah,
bowling thing.
yeah,
That day you got the
yeah,
call, oh, it delivered, and you were so happy.
yeah. Yeah, yeah. That was the first device I bought with my own money. So, oh shit,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
was the first device I bought with my money.
It
Oh,
was Taylor's, right?
fuck.
It was Taylor's money, right? It was. It was.
Damn. I'm sorry. I'll get you back.
What
Uh,
did I ever buy with
right.
my first money? Uh, it's hard. So when you say first money, you don't include money that you got from relatives and stuff, right? It's earned money. Like, let me think. Earned money.
fully earned money. I think it was iPad. Maybe I'm not sure because phone too. I put like more than, but not the whole amount.
I guess for me too, it was an iPad, I guess. The first proper bought stuff. I had like guitars and stuff, but they don't count, right? It was 700 baht or something.
Yeah.
Yep, back to
No, yeah. No,
browsers. I was talking about this, right?
browsers.
Chrome has a lot of
Browser.
issues too, but still people use it. Why? It's really
Yeah,
heavy.
Chrome is heavy.
I check
It's
my
really heavy.
yeah.
Heavy.
I check it sometimes and it's using half the RAM just for opening like 10 tabs or something.
Dude, I've got like 16 gigs of RAM on this one.
Mm-hmm.
It's still like it will be running hot,
Yep.
and it's like the latest processor
Like
and everything. Still, it's like it's just not optimized.
when you run servers and when you like run onto Chrome tab, right? It goes until like 13, at least 12 GB RAM, like all the time.
Oh, damn.
It's like, oh, not only that, plus like few tabs, so not few actually, like around 20 tabs over.
That's for you, Hima.
No, it's not only me. Like I'm sure everyone who study or do
No,
coding stuff,
no,
I think
Hima.
they keep open.
People keep it clean. Nobody keeps it
I
open
think
like
I
you.
think we should talk about this someday,
Yeah,
like a whole separate
keeping
topic,
stuff
like
organized, right?
keeping organized. So like, oh, okay, yeah, like a main scope.
I'm sure Hima has some tabs open from the starting of the year right now. Something.
I just checked right away. No.
What I do is usually even I keep stuff open, but once a week I try to close everything which I'm not using.
Yeah, I try to restart every 2 months, but this time I
Oh
forgot.
shit! Every 2 months and you still forget.
Yeah, I'll do it maybe tomorrow, day after tomorrow. A lot of
I,
stuff to close. Yeah.
damn.
That is the
I
worst way to
shut
do
down
it.
every time.
If I ever think like, oh, this stuff is important, I'll close it the next time. I end up never closing that because I never get to
Yeah,
it, and
that
it's
is the
always
problem.
open.
That is why I don't close. Because I feel like it's gonna be I'm gonna use it again and I don't wanna open
I
it
think
again.
browsers should
So I
add
just
one
keep
more
it open.
option where there should be save for later option where you click that and it closes everything and just
They
saves the links for you.
Oh, another thing in Chrome that they have the restore, right? Do
Yeah,
they have it in Edge and Safari?
they do.
Mm-hmm.
The thing
I
is,
see.
you might not be
Okay,
using it that much, right? Because Mac doesn't crash that much. My laptop, it just turns off sometimes for no reason, and when I open it, it'll start restarting.
I see.
I feel like that's where Apple excels because of their ecosystem. Each and every app that they develop is optimized for their devices. No
Mm-hmm.
doubt in
Mm.
that. Same with Google. I think that's the case why Google
Yeah, yeah.
Assistant is much better here compared to
Not
other Android
only
devices.
Google Assistant, I think the whole Android operating system work better in Pixel
The
devices
cameras, the
because they have
image quality.
Yeah,
everything.
like
Everything, yeah.
audio, everything.
I feel like if Android compete with iOS, I think it should be a iPhone versus Pixel because I feel like Samsung is not
I think
doing
the
well.
only advantage
They-
Samsung
even
has is
Pixel,
its market, right? Asian market. In Asia,
yeah,
Samsung is really big. Google is not that big.
Korea.
Yeah.
In Korea,
Korea
everyone
is
uses Samsung.
everywhere, right? But even if you see the rest
Yeah,
of the Asian countries, Samsung has a really big market.
yeah,
I mean, have that range, you know. It's like their devices start at the lower range to the top in the line, the finest and most expensive
Mm-hmm.
devices you can get your hands on.
and
Uh,
Samsung like people buy for like 32,000 and sell for like oh, for those.
Yeah, I wonder who is that. Why would anybody
ah,
do that? That's 28,000 just thrown in the drain.
Hema is dropping truth bombs now, Tandon.
Yeah,
uh,
let me put
okay,
some music.
here's a big suggestion. Here's a really big suggestion that I need to address. All right, in any browser, either Safari or Edge or Chrome, like you guys keep it open. And what if there was a way that we have bookmarks available to us,
Mm-hmm.
right? But what if there was a way where you can organize those bookmarks with a like grouping system, like
Mm-hmm.
for development purposes, for this project I'm working on for
Yeah,
XYZ, and your literature or whatever it is.
that
It's
would
like
You
be
can do it on
nice.
Chrome. You can
you can.
right click and select like three tabs and then add to
Oh,
groups.
Oh,
yay!
yeah, yeah. Last
Hey,
time you
no.
showed me it. You can do it, yeah, in
No,
Chrome.
but
Oh,
but,
sick.
but there's a problem with it. If you close the window, you lose all the bookmarks.
Yeah, it's not
Oh,
bookmarks,
not
right?
the
It's like
bookmark. It's
just
the groups.
tab.
Yeah, you lose the groups if
Yeah,
you
it's
close
like
the
Chrome.
thing. No,
Yeah.
I'm on with you on this. I feel like the browsers, what they need to do is they need to add another option where it's like save for later. It'll take all those
Mhm.
links and just store just the links, not the websites. And next time when you click on that, it
Yeah.
just opens everything again for you.
When you look at the browser cache data in
Mm-hmm.
your devices, we can look at it
Mm-hmm.
in Android especially. That's when you see like it's storing so much already. Uh, How much will it cost for storing a bunch of links? I mean, it's not that much.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, you can keep a workflow separate for yourself that is available to you on one click compared to just going to your history, looking at stuff and trying to open it manually. It's just a suggestion.
As an
Uh,
interesting like side project, I don't know if you guys will be interested. Do you want to do this? Let's
yeah, it is interesting.
let's make a Chrome extension where we
I
can
was
just click.
thinking it.
Yeah.
I was thinking it 2 minutes ago while you guys were
Yeah.
talking about it.
Let's make a Chrome extension, which if you click on it, it just saves all the links for you and it keeps it there. And if you just click on the extension again, it shows you all the different lists that you've saved. And you click it, it opens all of those for you. What do you think?
You know, it's really it just improves your productivity. It's like you don't have to worry about keeping 20 tabs open.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
You can it's organization. It's nice. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
just makes your whole workflow efficient. That's the main idea. Fuck, write it down.
No, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it, and let's try to finish it whenever we can, and let's show it on the podcast itself. So that would be
Yeah,
fun.
yeah. Podcast
Yeah.
project.
Yep, there you go.
Uh,
Who said we're wasting time on the podcast? Oh.
my mom. Hear that, mom? Be productive.
About this, last week, remember where you had the question for the nodes and stuff? It ended up
Yeah.
helping Hema with his interview. A similar question
Oh,
Yeah,
came in his interview.
hey,
yeah.
you're
It was similar
welcome.
the question.
That's nice. That's nice. Wow. The browsers though. When you okay, here's the biggest comparison. Whenever we are talking about development, we just move to Chrome.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever we want to develop something, even the extension or plugins, we move to Chrome. Or yeah, Chrome is the only thing we just move to because it's the
Mm-hmm.
customizable behavior that Chrome has compared to other browsers,
Yeah,
and and the community it has behind it.
All the extensions too.
Exactly. If you're just happy with
yeah.
what the stock experience is,
I think that is the main thing. The extensions.
yeah, exactly. I mean, that's why people would not go with iOS because you can
Yeah,
customize your stuff. You can just go ham with it with the other operating systems. Except
yeah.
Linux is quite constrained as well, right?
I
Mm,
haven't
I
used much
have
though.
very little experience too, yeah. Maybe I must have used
Sure.
Linux on
And I'll
Windows, but
put it in
not
my
Linux.
resume. I can do Linux. Yes,
It's basically Mac OS, right? It's
it
another
is.
type of Mac OS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another thing I was thinking was Safari has another issue, where if you design a website, right, the front end that you make for Chrome doesn't exactly translate to Safari. Safari has its own weird stuff.
Wait. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Safari is weird. I mean, I've tried it
Firefox,
on my.
Safari, Firefox, Safari, Chrome use different like three different things. So it sometimes like you need to do separate CSS for Safari and Firefox.
Google's quite buggy though, especially with the Windows computers. That is not Google product. It's always buggy.
Google
I think
mean
I can
Chrome.
say this.
Or
Yeah, Chrome. I feel like I can just extend this to like many applications already. Discord is buggy for me especially.
If he,
Like
if he,
yesterday.
if he shows you his screen, you'll be surprised. Even when none of us are in Discord, right? He can see all of us in Discord.
yeah, I don't know some bug in Discord. They
It's
don't
been like that for
remove
over a month now.
yeah, the pan
Okay.
is still here. I can see pan here. Next to Tandan, I can see.
Yeah, good thing Chandan is the one sharing his screen and going live with it.
It's not a good thing today. Today electricity has been issue out here. It went twice earlier
Oh,
this
damn, bro.
morning. Hopefully it doesn't go now. If it goes now, we lose the podcast in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Is your laptop hooked on the live support right now? Like the charging cable?
Yeah, it is full. It's always. Did I tell you this? If I don't charge my laptop, it dies within 2 hours.
Oh, you should not do that. It's not good for the battery. Like always.
Yeah.
Gaming laptops are supposed to be just kept that way.
But like it like my previous laptop got uh the battery died. The battery like was not working at all after
Yeah.
2 years. 2 years like I couldn't even keep it for a few minutes without the
Same, I
charging.
remember mine, right?
Oh yeah, yours is just like 1 second and it dies.
Just
For me,
plug it
So
out and dead.
for me
yeah,
too.
that
It's less than 2 hours right now, so there's no point
it's
in
like
even having it.
that. Yeah, the
I
monsters
learned a
laptop,
hack
right?
with that.
If you accidentally hit your hand in the cable, it's dead. You need to. It's because it's also a gaming laptop. Maybe he kept it always on, like connected.
I learned something with that. Just because the battery was removable, I just started removing the new battery whenever I want to game. I just go on full draw power, and
Yeah.
it works. But it just died one day. It's been a long run. It's fine.
Something similar to browsers that I can think of are app stores. Why is the Play Store so? Play Store is still fine. Why is the Microsoft Store so weird? Who even uses it?
Me?
What is
No, sir.
Microsoft Store?
On Windows,
Is there something called
you have this inbuilt, yeah.
mm, there's people
Wait,
using
Dima, you
like
had your previous Windows laptop when it was Windows 8. That's when we got the
I had, but I
Microsoft.
never opened Windows Store or something like that.
It's like the App Store equivalent for Windows.
There's no App Store in Mac there is, yeah.
Yeah,
But it's like Microsoft there's no phones, right? Microsoft phones,
Microsoft
so
has a phone, right?
no, not
Lumia.
anymore. Lumia back then I had that phone Lumia
Mm-hmm.
and I lost it. And then the first phone I got is like back then like around 2000 14, 15, and I lost it within 2, 3 days. Because I was not used to carrying phone and I lost it somehow.
I can imagine why your parents didn't want to buy you a second phone.
No, they did not buy me second phone. I was using a broken phone for like 2, 3
Of
years.
course, if I lost a phone in 2 days, I wouldn't get a second phone
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah.
Just burn it and buy it, bro.
Let me think, what's the most expensive thing that I've ever lost?
Lost.
Not broken, but
your
lost.
your laptop,
No, that's broken, right?
your
I mean, like
your
lost.
MacBook. It's the similar thing, right?
No.
Same thing.
Lost isn't I left it somewhere.
I left it somewhere.
Uh, uh,
For me, I think the most valuable thing, I can't remember. I think it's that phone. I haven't, not that careless.
I was about to lose a whole camera set once. On my trip back from Kanchanaburi, we just left it in the taxi. Luckily, we had the number, so we called the guy, and he came and gave it back to us.
Oh shit.
Oh, yeah, I almost lost that my phone. Like 2, 3 times I left it in 7-Eleven, but they always keep it there
How do you
and
leave
I
a
can
phone
go
in
get it.
7-Eleven? Why was your phone
No,
even kept
no, no,
somewhere?
no. Okay, hear me out. Okay, so I had that my old phone, right? My Samsung one.
Uh-huh.
And I used to wear, like, when I was in the room, I used to wear this short without pocket, right? So
Uh-huh.
I keep my, when I go to 7-Eleven, I keep my pocket in my, I mean,
You
my
keep your
phone in my
pocket in your phone.
my phone in my hand, right? And then
Uh-huh.
I go and I search for something. I don't know, somehow like I keep it somewhere because I'm not used to carrying the phone in my hand.
Mm-hmm.
So like this happened like 3, 4 times, and they always keep it in near the cashier. I can go get it.
That's nice.
Only
That is
when I wear that short without pocket.
I think yeah, coming back to it, the most expensive stuff I ever lost was a calculator. I used to have this one which was 991 ms with the solar panel and stuff. I just lost it one day. I couldn't find it anywhere.
yeah, I lost my calculator as well. I went to exam literally with no calculator and
Yeah.
You know,
I
funny.
remember professor saying, yeah,
No, go ahead, go ahead.
go ahead. My professor told
Oh,
me it's your
oh,
math does not have to be right. You know, it's
I
like as
lost.
long as you can show the steps. I'm like, okay. And then at the answer section, I just wrote, no calculator, sorry. Give me marks.
I think I lost one of my shoes. Like it was a good one, and
How do
I
you
don't
lose
know
the
where I
stuff
kept.
which shouldn't be out of your body, like
Ema,
shoes
what?
and phones?
No, no, no. I can't remember where I kept it. The shoes. Mm,
Since we're
Maybe,
going
maybe it's
this
somewhere in
crazy,
the room. I need to search for it.
we we have lost a friend. That's even crazy. Lord Varus,
Oh,
Lord. Oh shit, Varus, come back.
We won't see that
We'll
friend
invite you as
ever
a
again.
guest.
If Lord Royce wanna come here, he can come here for guest appearance. We'd love to see him
You
here.
can. I mean,
I think
yeah,
not only
would love
Boris,
to have him here,
we maybe lost
Lord
another friend.
Varus.
We won't ask the pictures anymore, Boris. You can keep the pictures. We just want to know if you're
Yeah,
okay.
fine. Are you
So,
Varus?
talking about calculators, it reminds me. So then I ended up getting this one, right? This was was it 99 or 100? It was 100 ms one. This doesn't have a solar panel. It has a battery, and I've had this since my it was it 11th grade or 10th grade. I'm not sure. So every exam I go, I'm like 30% sure that my battery is gonna die, but I don't want to change the batteries yet because the battery hasn't died yet. So I go in every exam just praying, okay, please don't die today, please don't die today, and I've cleared my
It is.
four
It
years
is
of
like it is similar to my
11th, London.
gas and bike.
yeah.
Like I don't want to repeat. Yeah.
What is it? Powered by nuclear?
I don't know. Somehow it works.
100
It's
years.
just thinking, and you can go
We'll
like
run it.
many days. But and Tandin's case, like the usually calculators, like even with little bit battery, you can use it for like
But it's super
one whole
risky. What if the
second.
battery is gone during the exams? I can't replace the batteries and stuff.
You can ask the proctor; they will give it. If I'm the
Well, what
proctor,
about screwdriver to open it,
I would
Hima?
give it what? What?
What
Screwdriver?
about the screwdriver to open it? To open the calculator cover?
I think
Screwdriver
Hima
and a
meant the
battery.
proctor can take somebody's calculator and give it to me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That too.
You
Also,
don't
you can
deserve
borrow
that, buddy.
The last time
from like
something spoiled during a practical exam and I had to wait for somebody else to finish, I got a B plus Hema.
wait, what?
Mm.
Which one? Which subject?
You don't remember? IoT.
IoT.
IoT. What happened with the calculator? We
No,
didn't
not
use
not the
calculator.
calculator, my Raspberry Pi.
Oh shit! Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So IoT exam, right? I had a Raspberry Pi. The entire year, Hima gets a problem with his Raspberry Pi. I have no problem.
Yeah.
I'm using it
I,
perfectly
I
fine.
get I get problem every single day when I try to open it, and like
Hima's Raspberry Pi
Sunday's
didn't
one
even
was
have a
working.
taskbar. He used to use it
Run,
without the
yeah,
taskbar.
yeah. When I want to connect to Wi-Fi, I need to open that freaking command prompt. I had to do everything in command prompt.
Alright, so my Raspberry Pi, no issue during the entire year. Final exam, I even finished the second lab, which is the harder lab, and then I go to the first lab, which is the easier lab. And something,
Yeah,
one wire or something moves, and then the Raspberry Pi just dies. I can't connect to it again, and I don't
it
have to do
is.
anything.
It's
I just
not
need to take
even like
one screenshot. That's it.
no. It's not even like the Raspberry Pi is not working or Raspberry Pi got disconnected. It's like burnt. It's fully burnt. It is gone. Like it's dead. It's not coming back.
you, you,
And then
What?
you remember?
our professor
Yeah.
sees me struggle, and he's like, I can't do anything, and he's like, you can borrow from somebody else if they finish, and I'm waiting for somebody to finish. I see Hema next to me, almost done. I'm like, just do it fast and I can borrow it I don't say it to Hema, of course, but I'm thinking, okay, if he does it fast I can borrow it from him. But this guy
Yeah.
is taking the time of his
And
life just doing some stuff.
no, no, no. It's
The
something.
waiting time
Mine also.
period.
Mine was not working. Remember?
Yeah, yeah.
Mine didn't connect to Wi-Fi.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
Something happened that time, and mine I couldn't connect to Wi-Fi, and I was stuck there.
Mm-hmm. Then
And we both ended up submitting late.
what I ended up doing was I ended up taking from another girl in front. But the thing was she had finished when the time was up, right? So whatever I was doing after her was overtime, and our professor decided to deduct 4 points for every minute that we were late or something like that. And I was three
Oh,
minutes late or something, so I lost almost like 12 points.
You and me submitted at the same
I
time.
think you were a minute earlier than me because I had to take
A little bit,
screenshots and do that stuff.
bit, bit
But
early.
then Hema gets lucky because it was his master's syllabus. So
Yeah,
his master's professor
30% from
gets to
the
give him 30% extra
advice.
grade. So he got an
And
A
I'm
at the
sure that my
end.
yeah.
The whole year, Hema's like, oh no, I might get a B. You get an A for
Yeah.
sure. I'll get a B. I'm like, no, I was like, no, you'll get a B
And
plus for
remember,
sure. I okay.
like the Mac was giving like so many problems during those days. My Mac, it was restarting, and there was many problems. My previous Mac.
We had some issue during the
come
midterm
back to
exam too,
Windows,
right?
bro.
Yeah, midterm too. Midterm too.
Oh yeah. Was it hybrid or online?
On site.
Something like that.
No, no,
On
not
site.
that one. The IoT one. Yeah, that one too. My
Oh yeah.
every Ajahn sec,
I,
my every that professor's exam get fucked up. I don't know.
for me, usually any subject which I feel like I know well and I can do well, I mess up that exam. I messed up
No,
digital
no.
circuits. I
In
know
my
digital
case,
circuits perfectly well. I can do everything.
digital
During
circuit,
exams, I
it's
mess it up.
hardware always mess it up.
Yep.
I don't know why.
Uh, Even what was the other thing that I messed up? It was something similar. I think it was mobile application. I messed that one up. Then the
Microcontroller shit.
I didn't have that.
We had it.
It was
Remember
like
that?
IoT. Yeah, yeah. It was like
Mm-hmm.
IoT. But it was Arduino, right? Not Raspberry Pi.
Yep. The only experience with Arduino I have is with Kevin and Innovation Club. These guys taught us at the beginning.
That remember Tandin that during IoT midterm, Pan was the proctor.
I remember somebody who you waved to, and I don't remember
Yeah,
the face, but I
Pan.
remember you waving
Yeah,
at
that
somebody.
was Pan. It was Pan. Yeah,
Yeah.
she was the proctor, and I saw her like going here and there and watching us like struggling.
Wait, Pan was the proctor?
Yeah, Pan was a proctor.
During the
That
written exam or lab exam?
both. She was there too in the written exam.
Was she the one who I asked stuff? No, right?
No, remember she came to us and asked like, "Are you proctor?" From me.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Those
I
days,
remember.
those days I didn't know her much. Like just met, I
Shiva used
guess.
to walk into exam rooms dressed up like a proctor. He used to wear like those cool shirts and stuff. Everybody, he can't be a student giving an exam.
No, they made us go. I mean, they made us confused, right? They changed the rules.
Yeah,
Now students can wear anything, and I don't know. They means they means
Hey, wait. So university is free dress now?
yeah. The exams you can wear anything you want, as long
yeah.
as
Just
it's not
exams? I mean,
exposing your body. It's fine.
You can wear anything.
um, hey, remember Usman's lab? No, not Usman's lab. Usman. Sorry. Uh, I think one of the classes it was mandatory to wear the uniform, right?
All of my first year
Mhm.
classes were
All
mandatory.
first year classes were
Yeah,
mandatory.
yeah, me
First
too, me
year
too.
was mandatory, yeah. And one of the professors said that as well for it was for some class. I don't know. Was it the law class? I don't know. I'm not sure.
I remember day one of university. I was so sincere. I used to wear a tie and go.
Wait, Tandir,
It
do
looks
you
cool.
have this one?
I have it. Yeah.
If I give it from here, if you take it, it look like
Oh
I'm
shit.
passing it.
Let me go and get it. Give me 1 second. Oh, actually, let me do something funnier. Just give me 1 second. Let me just. How should I do it?
Okay.
Wait, wait. I have an idea. Let me. Let me do this. Let me do this. Let me do this. 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 Okay, I turned my camera off on OBS right now. I'm going to go get something, and then we can do what Hema was telling us.
Wait, what? It's off?
On OBS itself. Don't worry.
Oh,
Good. Hema, so
I see.
you can give it to me from this side. This side.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
just do
this.
that. Just pass it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks. You want it back? Okay, I'll give it back to you.
How it became? Yeah. Good.
Okay. There you go.
Okay. Okay. So.
Magic.
All right. I guess let's start with the final section, which is
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
coding round.
Yep.
So Hema, what do you have for us today?
Okay. So let me explain. So is it there in the screen?
I don't see anything yet.
Live chat.
Good man.
I don't think
Come
you're
join
in
No,
yet.
the.
I only see Darshil.
Yeah,
no. I mean,
Oh, I see.
can
I
you see
see.
it?
Yeah, yeah. Oh shit. Okay.
I see.
Let
Oh
me
damn.
let me comment it
Oh,
out.
yeah.
All right.
Oh, you. Yeah.
Uh.
Okay.
Okay.
So the question is like I already uploaded this file to V3 called logfile.txt.
Wait. Where did you
Is
upload
it
it?
in with inside week 3? Can you
I
guys
Oh,
see
I
it?
see it. I
You
see it.
guys
I
see
see
it?
it.
I don't see it. Oh, okay. I see it.
Hey,
I see
wait.
it.
I can't open it. I can't open it.
Uh, right?
I can open it.
Yeah. I can't. Okay.
You can open it.
Uh.
That should cannot.
Oh, I can
I
open it.
see
Yeah, I got
user
it. I
one. This
got it.
is some chat and that stuff, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, got it. Got it. Got it.
Okay. So the question is like, do you guys see for user one there's some chat, and again user two have some chat, and also the next line is user two's chat, and the
Mm-hmm.
last line is user one's chat.
All right.
So
So
the
will we say
task
user two
is
has two chats and user one has two chats for this?
yeah, user two. This all are user two. The other line, third line is also user two's chat.
Yeah. No, so will this be seen as one big chat or will it be seen as two chats?
It will be seen as one big chat.
I got it. All right.
Okay. All right. So
Uh,
user one has two chats and user two has one chat.
yeah. So the task is to find the chattiest user. Like, you need to print out something like this. Do you see the
Mm-hmm.
expected output should be like user two is the highest, like chattiest,
Mm-hmm.
and user one is the less chattiest. It should be
I like the word
ascending
chattiest,
order.
by the way.
Is it ascending or descending? It's going down. So yeah,
It'll be
descending
Yeah,
order.
descending,
yeah,
yeah.
descending order. Hmm.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay. Did you guys get the question? So
I,
first you had to
I
Yeah,
use
got the
this
yeah,
file.
question.
yeah.
Yep.
I got it.
Okay. Mhm.
So what I'm thinking is, all right. So first, uh, okay. So I think this is a simple problem. You chose it because we don't have time to, right? All we can do is we just
It is actually a bit. I mean, you guys don't have to. It doesn't need to be the exact output.
yeah.
I just
No,
try to
I
get
can
the
make it
chattiest user.
exact one too, not that hard. So we import
Yeah.
logfile.txt inside main.py, and what that will do is it will
Yeah.
go line by line, and for each line we just check if that line has user one or user two. Not exactly user one or user two. We check if it has the word user
Yeah,
in it.
user end.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and based on that we just extract that and the one letter after it, and then we just keep a list of all that stuff, and then we, or maybe let's keep a dictionary with all that stuff, so it's better. We can keep count automatically, and then that just
Yeah.
makes it for us itself. What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
this seems to work. I mean, basically,
oh shit,
what we want is
why is ChatGPT? I mean, why is Copilot on? Let me turn off. Okay.
So the thing is, if you check by line, you need to make sure that, like for example, the third line here should
Mm-hmm.
go to user two.
The thing
So
is,
if I type,
I don't need to care
yep,
about it, right? Because the third line doesn't have user written anywhere, and you say that it
yep.
doesn't add as a second chat for user two, so I can just avoid that line.
yeah.
No, you cannot wait because it's also user two's chat. So it
So,
counts
But it's
as
one
uh,
log chat, right?
tell
Yeah.
me, based on this, who chatted more, user one or user two?
user two because the second line also
So
belongs to user two.
Oh, so when you say chattiest, you mean most number of words?
Most number of words, yeah,
Ah,
from a
I
user.
see, I see. I thought what you meant was the number of times they messaged. I thought for
No,
this
no,
case,
no, no.
user one is two, two is one. Okay, okay, makes sense.
Most characters. Most
I
characters.
see. Okay, so it adds a little more thing, but basically what we'll do is
Yeah.
we'll read through the log files in Python, and first of all, check if it's starting of a user or
uh,
continuation of last user. Then uh,
split words.
mm-hmm, if it's starting, uh, add the user to dictionary. Another thing is, if user already exists, just do user plus equals one to add the value.
Yeah. Okay.
And if it's starting, the other thing is, if it is else if it's continuation, continue
Shit.
no
Good.
worries, continuation. Get the last user and add the words to that user. If user already exists, user plus equals actually should be words as well. Okay, split the words and then count the words. All right. And then once you finish all that,
Call that.
we can just
Yeah. Just
uh, sort
uh,
the dictionary.
uh, oh wait, yeah, yeah. Since we're just working with dictionary,
Yeah,
that's much more
and
smarter. I was
return
gonna suggest
the
using a separate
I
list,
think
but
values.
dictionary is a good way to do it. Then
Mm,
it's better than using list, right?
mm-hmm. So based on this, I
Because
see we need to have a function to read log file. Here we can just put the file name, and this should just for now let me just pass it, but this should eventually uh
we have to import, right? First
yeah,
of all.
read the file
read
and
the
save it.
log file and save the
Uh-huh.
vals in a list, let's say. Then the other function
Yeah.
that we will need is define check user. This will take a line and it will have two conditions. Uh, uh, if new user, let's do pass right now, else pass. If new user, this is another function. If okay, let's define dictionary right now. So let's say user chatting frequencies. Use the chat frequency. Let's make it shorter. Use the chat frequencies. So if I in use the chat frequencies, we can do something. Otherwise, do something else. For now, let's just say I is 0. Just to do something.
Let me just start simultaneously working on splitting words and counting,
Cool.
and
If you need,
making sure I don't take in the user keyword input as well. So we're saving.
no, let me just
Yeah.
quickly Google how should I read a txt file. Read a txt.
You can use that with open thing, right?
I don't remember the syntax.
Yeah, syntax.
So it is f.read. Okay, let me see this. Okay, then maybe I don't even need file name. I can just keep read log. Over here I can do log file.txt. Log file.txt, print f.read. Let me just run read log once and see what I get. Can I run read log right now?
You should see the
No, it gave me some error. No such file as log file. Okay. I know.
log file that
I need to go in the correct directory. My bad.
yeah, directory
Okay.
week 3.
Okay, this works. So it returns everything.
Yep,
So now what
it
I want
works.
to do is I just want to add it to a line. Log. Let me just do this as a list. I know it's not the most efficient way, but I think still fine. Okay. So print. Let's just actually. What is the type of this right now? Is it just a string?
Mm,
Yeah, it's a string.
I think it is a string, yeah.
So if it is a string, then I guess I can just use user1 as a delimiter to break it into a specific stuff. Okay, let's try doing this. Let's just return f.read there, and then let's have logs equals this, and then let me try one more thing. Logs list equals logs dot split. I want to split it with this character, which is this thing. So let me print this and see what I get. Logs list. Okay, just quickly pause here so that it doesn't crash. Okay, it kind of works. I get user1, user2, and then user
Actually,
one.
like there's something called like find, like a method in like Python. Maybe you guys can use that for it's like easier to find stuff, like check line by line, and maybe you can search for that the whole
Oh,
thing user one.
I had a timer for this page. I forgot to start it. Okay, I just started it right now.
Oh,
Wait, a Python find. Let me look it up. I haven't used it ever. Python find.
no, yeah.
I see. So I can just find for user, right? String
You
dot find.
can like find strings inside strings using that.
And what does it return? If I find a certain stuff,
Uh,
it return the index of it. Yeah,
wait,
it
I'm
returns
not
the
sure.
index of it. So I don't
It
think.
returns the index, yeah.
I don't think the index will make
Wait,
it
wait.
helpful. I guess this.
So
Yeah.
It's easier to do it this way.
no, no. Yeah, it's easier this way. But if you wanted to go with that method, I think we can start out by just turning that whole sentence into an array, and then finding index, and then no, it's just too much hassle. I think let's just go with this one.
So here, basically what I've got right now is I've already got each user, this one, this one, and this one. So I think this is more easy to
No,
go with.
it's not about the index thing. Like if the string is there, it will return a number. If the string is not there, it will return like a -1. It's something like that, as I remember. The
Oh,
find method.
but why do I need that again? Like if you,
Like you can check whether the user is there.
I'll show you what the output that I get right now. So this is the output which I get, where you can see it
Yeah.
actually does the work for me. You see the second line that you have, it just puts it within the same sentence.
Ah, I see. I
So I
see.
don't need to worry about that anymore. I just need to delete the
Yeah.
first one, and then everything else is fine for me.
Yeah.
So since I have this uh split words text, so let me pass this through the partials function. Right, text dot split, like split it from this. Oh, you're using for num words here. My bad, not there. What is it?
Wait, what can I type?
Yeah, when I
What's
press
happening?
when I
Yeah.
press Control Z, it is undoing your work. That's weird.
Okay, done. Go ahead.
No. So what I was doing was okay. So we have this thing, logs is read logs. This doesn't have to be a list then. We have logs equals that, logs list equals this list. Then I can just print, I can delete something. Logs list. How do we delete from a list? Del
space list
Was it pop?
and that one, yeah, that one
0,
index.
right? Or maybe I don't tell log list. I can say just tell. Oh yeah, it works.
Yeah, just del. Yeah.
If I print log list, no, I guess it should just have the stuff that I want. Yeah, I just have the stuff that I need. After this, what I need to do is I need to check the user, right? So let's say define check user. In this we give an input. And with the input, what we can do is if return input, since it's a string, for me it'll always be this one. It'll always be 0 1 2 3 4. It'll always be the fourth one. Return input 4 should return me the number. So after I check the user, I can make a note, define add to dict, add to dict, and over here I just give the user, and then do I have a dictionary defined? Yes, user chat frequencies. So if user in user chat frequencies, I can do a user
that
chat frequencies
key.
User
Yep.
User equals
equals
1.
to that.
Actually it should be length of word. For now let's just keep 1, and else if it is not there, user chat frequencies user, actually later it will be 1, and this will be 1 plus,
This will be incremented.
it should be
yeah.
plus equals 1.
Yeah, plus equals that.
Yeah, the length thing, right? So for now, if I want to check it, what I can do is print log list instead of print log list. For logs in log list, I can call check user for logs, and this will return me the user equals check user logs, and then I can do add to dict user, and then I can just print add to dict. So right now it should return me user 1 and user 2 twice. I think so. Wait, what did it function add to dict? Wait, what happened? Let me just run again.
No. I think you did not specify the you did not give the input parameter user here.
Where?
Add to dict, it should be user like here.
No. Oh, sorry. Instead of add to dict, I wanted to print this one. I wanted to print chat frequency, user chat frequencies. Yeah, so I see user 1 has 2 chats and user 2 has 1 chat. So it's working correctly right now. Now instead of just adding the number of chats, we need to add the number of words, right? So to do that,
Mm-hmm.
what I need to do, you added something, right, Darshan? You had split words there, yeah.
Yeah, it's count word total.
Yeah,
That's
count
the
words
function
total.
I wrote,
You
and
have
it just
split words.
returns.
So you're splitting with a space, all right. And then can you split one more thing? I also saw since we are using this technique, the backslash n might also come there. So can we also do
Okay,
this?
yeah.
Num words equals
It's fine. Yeah, go ahead.
num words dot split with this backslash. Is it backslash? This,
Yeah,
and then
backslash.
return
Return.
length of num words. So when you say or you do that there, so I can just return length num words there, and then that will then words count return num words. Okay.
Yep.
No, this is capital W.
Capital W.
I think it's easier to make this small.
Sorry.
And it's fine. It's my bad. No.
Yeah,
Wait,
it's
wait.
W.
Okay. So based on this, okay, so we just need to call count word total, right? Count word total for the log. So for log and log list, let's do words equals count word total for logs, and then check user, let's pass logs and the words, and then inside check user let's add input. No, not check user, sorry. Where's add to dict? For add to dict, let's add user and words, and then let's go to add to dict, user and words, and let's do plus equal words. I think that should be it. All right, let's run this. Okay, some error, text dot split. Error.
Number.
So we got an issue there. Number equals text dot split. I think there was a
It's-
space. No, oh, it was that, but then now it's list object has no attributes.
What is it?
Because it's a list now, right?
Oh yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
for this is a bad way to do it, but I'm just trying to complete it right now. For I in num words, for I in, let's say count equals 0. For I in num words, number for I in num words,
Numbers
not number, let's say
equals numbers dot split, right?
count.
Okay.
Let's say C equals I dot split, split with backslash n. Is this the correct one? Is this one? Backslash n, and then count plus equals length C. I think they should do it, and let's just return count from here direct. Let's just return count here directly, and then what we can do is just return words get. I'm not sure if this works. Let's see. Okay, so it says user 1 is 13 words, user 2 is 16 words. How can we verify this? 1, 2,
we
3,
had a
4,
count and
5,
check.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, something is incorrect. 10. User 2 has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It's 2 extra because I think it's splitting user 1. So I guess if I just do this, where is that? Add
Decrease
dictionary.
by 2 for all of them.
At the end, right?
At the end, yeah. But before we're printing it.
Or user chat frequencies. So for I in user chat frequencies, let me just see what I get when I print I get 1 and 2. Okay, so what I can do is user chat frequency is I minus equals to. We should do it. Print user chat frequencies. 11 and 14. Is this correct? 1, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah,
5,
I think
6,
it should
7, 8,
be.
9,
I
10,
think 14 is correct. Yeah,
11, 12,
14
13, 14.
should be
What the?
correct.
How's it 15 now? Oh, I'm counting the wrong
2,
one.
3,
1,
4,
2,
5,
3, 4,
6,
5,
7, 8, 9,
6,
10,
7,
11,
8,
12,
9, 10. What? 1, 2, 3, 4,
User
5,
1 is 10.
6,
User
7, 8,
2
9,
is
10.
13. Eh?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Wait. Is it? No way. I don't think that's the case, but
So user 2 is fine.
uh,
The new line.
Just look at this.
oh yeah, the exclamation mark is supposed to be whole of the word, I guess. The way I'm looking at it here.
Let's just try printing it out and see then.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the exclamation mark. Just print words, right? Once we have split them.
Print
Okay.
I.
Print I.
Print I. Actually, print C would be better after that. If you run this. So user 1, this is some chat word.
Oh no,
there is an empty that thing for I in num word. If I in num words. If I is not equal to, how can we make it to not make an empty step?
if empty, delete.
Okay, this is one place where that happens. Blue, this line is should appear to the user. Let's think about it. It's just a splitting now, right? So we split it like this. Actually, I have another idea. Let's just join it. Python join list to string. I don't remember how to do it. It is done by print. Okay. What we can do is this. Just num words equals join num words. Okay, then once we join, wait, why do we even split it if we join it again? Oh, I know why. We should do this. We should do split by this first, join it, and then split it again. Dot split space, and then there should be num words, and then we can do for I in num words. If I not equal to empty.
Yeah.
Empty.
Yeah.
Count plus equals 1. Let's just and let's also print I just to see what are the words that are being printed. Okay, so it sees user 1 is 1. This is some chat words. User 2, the sky is blue. This line is still attributed to the user above. Haha, user 1 more from me and stuff. Okay, so now the problem is we don't need to do the -2 thing, but what we need to do is we need to keep track of how many times user 2 was called, right? That this was why this has -1 and this has -2 and this is -1.
I see. That makes sense. Second
What
thing
if
is,
what
yeah.
if like some user have some chat with a word with lot of letters? So What about that case?
You can try it
He's
again.
Like,
chatty as hell.
It should work with this.
no, yeah, but it count as a one word, right? But it has
What do you mean? Can you give an example?
Dude,
like, let's say here, we
encyclopedia.
have, yeah, like encyclopedia or something that can user one take over user two, only one word, and that word has more letters than user two, right?
I still didn't get it. Can you say that again?
Okay,
So here, you guys are
the
counting the number of
Himasara,
words.
right?
No,
Himasara, the name
you,
Himasara has so
you,
many
you
letters more than Tandon.
We're not
Like that.
yeah.
counting.
So
Oh, I see what you mean.
so
So it won't always be user one,
you
user two,
guys,
right? It will be names.
yeah, it'll be names.
Ah, I see, I see.
It won't be always like yeah, user one, user two. And also the word number of words, I think it's better to use the number of characters, right? Like than the number of words, because if someone types some word with lot of characters, it will become, that user will become the chattiest user.
I
You
count
guys
the,
get what I'm
I
saying?
count the number of words. I don't count the number of characters.
Yeah, I'm saying that you guys should count the number of characters.
So you want me to split each word into characters too, right?
No, it's fine. I think it's still, for this case it's fine. But for if there's a
No,
case that,
I can add it. Adding it won't be an issue. Just have to be count plus equals length of I, right? That should work.
yeah, that should work. Yeah.
But then it's harder for us
Just
to check if it's working.
yeah, that's just okay. Just keep the number of words. No need to add the length.
Okay. So in case we need, let's do it this way. In case we want to do that, we can do that. But for now, we're just doing this so that it's easy for us to see.
Mhm.
And right now what we are dealing with is removing user once we find user. So to do that, what we do is count check user. I think we should just remove user after we are done checking with it. Mm, 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 mm. Check user goes there. Just returns it.
I'm just gonna sort this out, the users in descending order, okay?
Cool, cool. Add detect if user and user chat frequencies. Look at this. So if I have this, what can I subtract? Maybe I can look for this and I can subtract every time I see that.
Yeah, that's a good way.
So
I think search for that thing, right? The
mm-hmm,
closing of that.
mm-hmm. For logs and log list, words equals count, and also rem words equals let me define another function. Let's say find uh rem words, where I'll pass the logs and the, okay, I just pass the log, and then let me just define find rem words, define rem words with the logs for I in logs, and let me have a counter equals
Wait,
0.
Tandon, that's the output, right? The words that we're looking for.
Rem
Is that
words is
correct?
the numbers that I need to subtract from the final word.
Oh, yikes. Okay.
For
Okay.
I,
Yeah, go ahead.
for I in logs, if I equal the closing one, this one, as I equals this, C plus equals 1, just return C. So I have the rem words now. Now when I to add to dict, I should do users and word minus rem word. Yep. Okay, I think I'm done on my part. Let's just run this for a while. Okay, the
Oops.
sort has something missing.
It's here.
one record position of
Sorted
Where's the word?
attrodict. Oh, you don't need to give attrodict.items. You can just give this one. User chat frequencies dot items.
Oh shit, yeah.
What is this convert total?
Uh,
I think you can just say x is x1, right? Because
Yeah, you can
x1
just
is
say
already
X
the
is X.
total. Yeah, I think this should work. Yeah, so it returns user 2 is the chattiest, followed by user 1. However, it
Yep.
says user 1 has just 8 chats for some reason. Oh, because we do this -2, we don't need to do -2 anymore, right? It's just
Yeah, remove
for
that.
I
Yeah.
in user chat frequencies. Yeah, just remove the whole line. If I run this, yeah, so 14 and 10, that's the correct values. Now to think about the condition where Hema said, where the user can be names, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
But I think this is already it's already almost done.
how much time did we spend? Let me check. We spent almost 23 minutes right now. For finding a name, then I guess for user check, instead of just getting the I, what I need to do is I need to get the opening one and the closing one and the word between it, right?
Yep.
Oh
It
no,
should be something like
It might mess up. What if a sentence has those? You know.
no. That doesn't. I mean,
I think
it
for
won't be
this
there
case, we
in the
can't
sentence.
do anything else. That's the only
Yep.
way to find it.
That's the only way. Yeah. If you add that thing in the middle of the sentence, there it messes up everything. Right.
Mhm.
I mean,
Yeah.
you can't even use this method then
Yeah.
because it will split in
Yep.
different.
I guess that
Yeah.
shouldn't be that hard to find. I can just do this. For I in input, for I in input. Input is the whole thing. What is input actually? Input is the whole string, right? Yeah. For I input, for I in input, if I equals this, I want that value. Let's say if I idx equals 0 right now. Let's say idx equals I. idx equals. Okay, let's make this x. For I comma x. I comma x in enumerate input. Enumerate input. idx should give me the index for that. And then once I get the index for that, I can just say return input from beginning all the way to index. Do you think it works?
Try that.
Yeah, it works. Okay, user 110, user 214. So
Yeah.
let me try changing some stuff. Let me add a few more people. Let's say Darshil, Hema. All right. Okay, let's save this. You're still working. Let's save this and let's run this. So now you see user 214, Hema 14, user 110, Hema Sarai N6, Darshil 5. We done.
Yeah. Yep.
Let's go.
Yep. I think it's correct.
I think this is the fastest we've done. Yeah, we should bring
Yeah.
this kind of questions which is like fun and not that stressful.
Yeah, this kind of questions are like you can easily understand the question, right? Like some other questions it take too much time to understand, and this one we can directly start without any thinking, like just find the chattiest user, that's all.
Speedrun bitch shit, man.
Here what we can do is if I equals that C plus equal this one, we need to do that. Where's the other one? Check user. We should break after this so that it doesn't keep looping. So this actually even solves Darshil's problem. You say what if they have this in the text, right? So even if they have it in the text, since we get the first one and then we break off, we should usually get the username.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But it wouldn't work for this logic though, finding the
The thing is
username.
finding the because it doesn't know which one is the user, right?
Or
It can be
or maybe I can pass logs and the username and then get that. Let's just do it. Find words logs and then okay, let's do find users first. Remwords, logs, and user. Check user log. Then I go to find remwords, logs, and the user. For I in logs, if I equals user, I can do C++. This should still work, right? Yeah, it works. Does it? No, it shows one extra for some reason. I think I know why. Because it broke down Himasara N into 2 letters.
Oh yeah. Mhm.
User 1. I guess if I do, if check user remwords, find remwords, user plus
User. That's
1515. It still doesn't find it. I guess this one, this Himasara. Let's find check user. Does this return?
that's different.
Let's remove all the other print statements. Confusing. Let's print I. It finds user 1, user 2, user 1. Darshil, Hima, Hima. So right now we didn't split it, so it works. But later we split it, so it's hard to find. How would I do this? I get the words at the end. And Hima's for N. Why is it giving 15?
Hmm?
It should be 14, right? It's giving 15 for some reason.
Second one, right? Oh no, this one, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
User 1. Himasara, Himasara M. This is a rem word from. It's not able to find the names which are repeating twice.
User
Logs
1.
and user. If I equals, let's say this, print I. And before this, let's also do this. Okay, so it's looking for user 1, user 2, user 1, Hima, Himasara. Yeah, it's looking for the correct one. Doesn't see user 1 here for some reason.
I think the only way to do that is like check maybe line by line and check for the first two open and close that and get the word inside open and close. So that is the user. If there's nothing, if there's a line, oh no, it still gets a issue, right? Because if there's a line without a user, it can conflict with that, right? Yep. Oh, for that, uh, like for starting is that
Print I, print logs. So it's I'm still confused. So wait. So the format right now, let's just move this to the top to avoid any confusion. Run this now. So it starts like this. So this is the logs, and then if it finds user, it's a print user, and then log. So I'm looking for user 2 in this one. And if I get it, I'm saying what is happening. User 1, it prints an empty stuff. It prints empty. Prints empty. User n, what's that for me? What is just print I?
Mhm.
Print I returns nothing. Because it never gets inside this. Yeah, it's never going inside that. I was looping through the word. It was already like words. I just needed to do something like this. If it's- but it still doesn't work. Let's print I, which is basically the same print log. I can't figure out what's the problem. Uh, logs. Mm, 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 mm. Just wanna test something. Okay, pass this. This is some chat words from user 1. And I pass that. Uh, there is user 1. What if I say, okay, print blocks, c equals 0, blocks. Uh, oh, it works now. I can just do this. Come here. Yay, okay, it works. Cool.
nice.
Okay, let's go. How long did we take?
And I
30,
think you guys
36
finished within
minutes.
like 20 minutes. It was already done. So the requirements for the question was already done. This
Mhm.
was like some extra stuff, right? But yeah, it's good. It's working properly now.
Yep. The problem is if you do something using like functional programming, it's easier to do it. If you have to do the same thing
Yeah,
using object-oriented programming, it's hard to define the
yeah, it's hard.
classes. It's not hard. It's just like we need to
Not hard.
be,
Maybe we have like less
less practice.
practice.
Yeah.
I think we have more practice with functional programming.
Mm-hmm. All right then. Should we wrap up today's stream? It's almost 2 hours, I guess.
Yeah,
Yep.
This
yeah.
will this
I
will be the
have to bounce, sir.
shortest stream that we've had. But still, it's 1 minute 55 seconds right now. 1 hour 55 minutes. What am I?
Oh, we can make the short sort of it using that AI tool.
That tool is very bad. So
It's less than 2 hours, so
yeah, basically there's this tool called opus.clip or something. You just give your YouTube video link to it and it makes shorts out of it. But it doesn't do the framing properly and so the only thing it does well is subtitling. Everything else is not that good.
It's still something.
Mm-hmm. Okay then. To
but
yeah.
yeah.
What were you saying?
Now, if you think about it, like it does a lot of work, right?
It
I
does.
mean, it has to download
It
it
takes
and
about
like
30 to 40 minutes to complete and send you an email saying that it's
yeah,
ready.
it even gives you that the popping up
Yeah, yeah.
subtitle thing, right?
Mm-hmm. The subtitles is the only thing which I see is useful.
Yeah, subtitle
But,
is
but then they
nice.
do the framing stuff, so it kills the whole purpose. They should let
Yeah,
people just get subtitles for the whole video.
yeah.
Okay, then to wrap up, today we began with first what was the topic? I don't remember what's the topic. It feels like ages ago.
The
We,
assistant,
oh
Uh,
yeah, we talked
coding
about
yeah,
assistant,
how yeah
assistant.
and then
assistants.
Coding and
Safari,
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Safari versus Chrome.
Mm-hmm. So basically, from what we discussed today, assistants are taking over everything and will soon be the main pilot, and we will be the assistants. And for browsers, all the browsers are shit. The only good browser is Chrome, except it's heavy. So Chrome, please fix it. And we will make a Google Chrome extension soon for the save for later button. Whenever we
Yep.
make it, you'll see it first on the channel, and we will use it personally, of course. And if you guys want, just send us some money. We'll send it to you. And finally, we did a short coding round where we tried to do something simple, and then we made it more complicated for ourselves, just for the fun of it. It was fun hanging out with you
This
guys.
was fun.
See you guys again next week. This has been Byte Banter.
Yep.
Adios.
Adios, ciao,
Signing off.
kuzuzanko. Why am I talking like I don't know Zonka? She did it. What do you say in the Sinhalahima?
Ayubowan.
Ayubwa.
Ayubowan.
Ayubowan, right? Ayubowan. It's basically
Yeah,
like you're asking
Ayubowan.
somebody called Buwan, are you Buwan?
Yeah,
I
Ayubowan.
am.
It's like Ayubowan.
Alright, see you
Yeah,
guys.
let's bounce.